Hey everyone, it's been a little time since I put something up. I don't usually do this very often, but I figure, hey, why not do this one? We got this old Generac pressure washer. We've had this thing for years. We just never ended up using it that much, but we're starting to get around that point where the sheds and everything start needing to be cleaned, and well, this would come in handy, obviously. So the problem of running with this one is it doesn't run. I pulled spark plug boot out, put a new spark plug on it, let it sit there. It has spark, so I know it definitely has compression. So it's pretty obvious that the carb's the issue. So I figured I'd just show you how to pull the carb off this Honda 5.5. It's pretty simple for other pieces of machinery like this, but figured I'll take you through it and see if we can't get this thing running. All right, so the first step we're gonna do is pull this air cleaner cover off. Just push down a little bit. Filter, it's pretty clean. Next, we're gonna get these 10 millimeters off. Let's see here. I don't usually do this one-handed very often, so these are 10 millimeters. All right, let's see if they're, nope, not hand loose. That one is now. That one is. All right. So it would show y'all me trying to start it and it not starting, but let's be honest, it's not that exciting. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time doing that. Come on. If only I had my little impact charged up, but I don't. All right, let me get these off and I'll get back with you. All right, I pulled those nuts out, well, the bolts out, excuse me. Pretty long, so they actually go through and they hold the carb up. Let's see. There it goes, there's that. So there's your carb. There's a little vacuum hose. Here's a linkage up here. Let's see. So that's your choke. And that's your speed and your governor. Let's see. All right. So we'll get this little hose off down here for your fuel. Little clamp. This is very hard one-handed. All right, we'll get back. All right, as you can see, we got the carb out. I had to fight that hose a little bit. It did not want to come off. When I did, it made a mess. Here's your carb, and there's where it came from. There's a gasket on the back side of that, and there's also this gasket down here. Just make sure when you pull these off, just be really careful. If you rip one, then this is going to cost you a little bit more money than what it really should. But here's the carb, and I've loosened this 10 millimeter off. This is for your bowl. That's where the gas goes, fills up, and then when you start running it, pulls gas from the bottom, goes through your jets, and that's that. So there's your 10. There's a little O-ring on that, just make sure it stays on there. Let's see. All right. So there's the bowl. It's pretty nasty looking, to be expected. It's been sitting for a little while. There's a seal on there. Just make sure you don't tear that. Pour that out. So we're definitely have to clean this up. Probably use some carb cleaner. There's a lot of things out there you can use. Let's see. So this right here is your float. There's a little rod you pull out. You pull the float out. I don't know if you saw that on the back side. There's your float needle. regulates how much gas comes into the bowl. And you probably can't see that, but there's a jet in there. So I'm going to attempt to pull that out. I'm almost 100% positive that's clogged. And we'll pull it out and see what it looks like. All right, so we got the jet out. Ooh. Sorry about this quality. I don't know if it'll focus on that. Come on now. But I don't know if you can see it, but I mean, it's clogged for sure. And when you pull this out, I can't stress enough too, just be gentle. This doesn't take much to break one of these off. I've done it. And easy outs are about the only way you can get it out, or drilling it out, or just scrapping it. But this one came out pretty easily. I got some carb cleaner there. I'm gonna clean this jet out and clean the bowl out. Usually there's at least a main jet and a pilot jet. I don't see another one. And to be honest, I don't really know too much about carbs for something like this. I'm more something like that, but I'm gonna clean everything out. We'll put it back together and we'll see what she does. All right, we got it cleaned out. Also cleaned the bowl out as good as I could. All that stuff is, what's that right there? Is it's pretty stuck in there. It's not coming out. Put the float, the needle back in as well. So yeah, got that back in. I also put a little bit of WD-40 on that O-ring. That way when I put this bowl back on and tighten it, if it turns at all, it won't tear that up. But let's see. I'm just gonna put it on now. That's on there. Let's see. Grab this little 10mm. Put that back on there. I'll tighten this down. Get it back on there. See if she starts up. There is an adjustment screw there. Let's see, pretty much for idle. And I'm gonna guess it's a fuel air. But don't ever mess with those. If it ran before it stopped running, I wouldn't mess with these, because it might take you a while to get that set right back up. And if you had to, you can always buy a jet kit, you know, come with a new jet, rings, gaskets. But I'm cheap, and this is my first method. Get it all back on. Turn the gas on to make sure the leaks come out. I think we're good. Double check to make sure we got oil in her. Yep, we're good. All right. Let's see if she fires. Turn the choke on. Put on rabbit, because we like that rabbit. See if she starts, and if she starts, we'll turn the water on and go from there. All right. See how this is going. And I gotta tell you, that's my GoPro right now. Shoot. All right. All right. Like she runs. Well, hopefully this this video showed you, it's pretty easy to get something running again, as long as you have, compression and spark, and it can get fuel. But everything went well. The only problem is I'd show it running, but since it's been so long, this hose is actually busted, and the I guess the wand on it's leaking, and it run the trailer. So I take a new hose and a new wand, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, glad to see it's running again. Be ready for spring, and hopefully you'll like this. If you need help with anything else, just let me know. Thanks.